Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Moving up with the Miclettes.
Moving on up.
I'm Joseph.
I'm Sherri.
And today, we are going to give y'all an update. That's right, y'all. It's update time. And what kind of an update are we giving?
We are giving a debt payoff update.
A debt payoff update. And this is like a 6-month update, right?
A little bit more, actually, like about 8 months. The last time we gave an update, it was September of 2020.
Yep.
And at that time, we had given an update stating that we had paid off over $32,536 and 27 cents.
Give the woman her 27 cents, y'all.
Exactly.
Give it to her.
So that was going from July 3rd, 2019 to basically July of 2020. But we did not provide the update on that until September. So now we are touching base back again and just providing another little update.
Now, it's not quite a full year from July, but...
Yeah, almost.
Now, it's not quite a full year from July of 2020, but we're kind of proud of ourselves. And so we definitely want to let y'all know that we're proud of ourselves, we're feeling ourselves, and share with you all the progress that we've made
Thus far.
So,
initially, we had talked about it before. When we had calculated out all our debt at the beginning of 2019, it was around like almost $110,000. And yeah, that was tough to hear, you know, and I don't think we had even got serious at that point. We were kind of just like, okay, $110,000, like...
Eventually it'll go away, right?
You know, eventually we'll get to it. And
yeah.
So I think by July, we were like, okay, let's cut out the crap and go ahead and get it done.
Let's get it done.
So we both got our side hustles going. You know, we were strict with our budget and our spending habits, and we were very intentional with the money and where it was going to be allocated to.
Yeah. So
fast forward from July 3rd, 2019 to a little bit past July of 2020, we had paid off the $32,000. So now, to add to that, we have currently paid off $61,148.
And
I don't have the cents.
Oh!
This time I don't have the cents.
No change.
Yeah. So that leaves us with a balance of $48,852 left.
Ooh.
So, and that's going to say that I'm still very proud of us that we were able to pay off almost double, you know, within a year of what we paid off the first year.
Yeah.
And that's considering our side hustle stopped because of COVID. You know, DJing kind of slowed down for him and
flatlined. You
know, like we're saying, just the side hustle stopped. But I think, what do you think helped us in regards to still being able to pay off that big chunk of money?
I think we were just very disciplined. Very disciplined with our spending.
Yeah.
Very disciplined with our budgets. And we were looking every month, credit to you, we were looking where we could apply a little bit more to the debt.
Yeah.
And then something that we talked about recently in a previous video is being intentional. I think we were super intentional with trying to find ways how to pay down the remaining debt. And what really blows my mind, and it really didn't hit me until you kind of went through the numbers just really a few minutes prior to the shooting of this video, that we nearly doubled the amount of debt payoff in the same amount of time as we had previously done on our first update. What I think it comes down to is the fact that once you start paying off that initial amount of debt, you have more discretionary income to apply to the remainder. And it's that snowball effect once again, right? That snowball becomes a bigger snowball, and then it becomes an avalanche. Yeah. And I think that's what we saw over the last 2 years. Snowball into this avalanche. And now, hopefully, with me going back to work as a DJ over the upcoming weeks, into the summer months, into the fall, to close out this year, hopefully we'll be able to see a little bit more of that discretionary income applied to the remainder and get rid of all of that debt.
Yeah.
You know? And we also did a few other little things that helped keep some more money in our pocket, right?
Like what? Like what?
Well, we had talked to some folks over the last quarter of 2020 about refinancing. And at first, it wasn't something that we were really open to because of the idea of having to restart that mortgage for another 30 years, right? And the more we talked about it, the more we crunched some numbers, it actually made sense. And it made sense because that was going to keep more money in our pocket each month that we could then apply to anywhere we wanted to, including paying down the debt, including going to our sinking funds, including going to our emergency fund. So that money that we were able to now keep in our pocket just because of this refi, now we were able to allocate into a multitude of different avenues, not just one.
Yeah. And that's also, like you said, including, we're still able to put extra money towards principal on our mortgage. And that's our ultimate goal, to try to get our mortgage paid down within 8 years. So that is our goal in the next 5 to 10 years. But in the next probably year and a half to 2, I'm saying probably I'm manifesting a year and a half, we're going to have this paid off.
A year and a half. The remainder.
We're manifesting that?
We're making it happen.
Okay.
We're making it happen. Now, why do you think we were able to nearly double the amount of debt payoff in the same amount of time as we previously did?
Yeah, I think, like you said before, once we paid off, the initial debt that we had, that freed up so much money for us to allocate in other ways. So, and even when we allocated towards, paying ourselves first, which we kind of implemented for our family, putting money to our emergency fund, into our sinking funds, into investing. And we know we're not really necessarily following the steps. If you're a Dave Ramsey, fan, or following the baby steps, we kind of broke out of that and we're doing what was best for our family. So we were kind of doing multiple steps at the same time. So our emergency fund step, our investing step, our saving for our children's future step, our retirement planning, like we were doing all of that. But we were able to do all of that because we didn't have as much debt as we did before. And then kind of, finagling numbers. So when we noticed, like, okay, the loan that we have here, we could potentially go get this loan somewhere else with a lower interest rate, which definitely helped. And,
and that's really as of recent. That wasn't even something that we did early on. That was like kind of icing on the cake within the last couple months that hopefully can like catapult us in within the next year.
So, and I think because we went ahead and, found a different loan with the lower monthly payment and the better, interest rate, we're able to go ahead and knock that out, because the other one, straight sharks. Straight sharks.
We ain't gonna say no names. We ain't gonna say no names.
Yeah, but if you have a loan, but you can maybe potentially take out another personal loan with a lower interest rate, with a better monthly payment, to go ahead and knock out the high interest loan that you have, do it. Do it.
Yep. All right, y'all. So to recap, we're looking at about $48,852 remaining from what once was $110,000 debt. And again, we're looking to pay that off in how much time?
A year and a half. That's
year
the
and
goal.
A half.
We're going to make it happen.
We're going to make it happen. And I think we are definitely well on our way to starting that process right now. Again, things are reopening, supplemental income beginning to slowly, hopefully, come in within the next month to 2 months. Extra discretionary income to decide how we want to allocate. I think we're well on our way. I think we're going to make it happen for sure.
Yeah, and I think if we just, continue to stick with our budget, remain intentional with our allocations in regards to our money, and doing what's best for our family, we're going to be good.
Yep. Stay disciplined. And again, to your point you made earlier, even though we're paying down all this debt, we are still able to do the other things that is going to secure our financial future.
Yes.
Right? And that's very key. That's very important for us.
So thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below. So if you have any ideas in regards to paying off debt or suggestions you might want to provide, go ahead and do that in the comments below. And keep moving up with the Miclettes.
Moving on up, y'all. We'll see you next time.